Hello, ladies and gentlemen, those otherwise inclined. My name is the Uncle 82, and welcome to this run-through of the 100 line Last Defense Academy, the demo version. This has been released within the last couple of weeks, thereabouts. I did try and initially stream this earlier today, and immediately blue screen of death, hence the continue bit. I've fiddled around with the options now, so hopefully that will sort that out. If you're new to this channel, I play video games, typically doing Nuzlockes and other Pokémon stuff, along with some other games like Fire Emblem. Part of the reason why I'm very interested in this sort of game. In terms of some of the people who have been working on this, I have not played any of the Zero Escape games, but I have played the first Danganronpa. I do have the others, but I made a point of not playing them just yet because I wanted to run through the rest of those blind on this channel once I sort out my capture card. Otherwise, what I do on this channel, I write stories and I create videos looking at what-if scenarios for certain events and arcs in different, different shows, different video games, stuff like that. But let's jump into this new game, and hopefully, now that I've sorted out some of the stuff, it won't crash again. Select battle mode. You can change your selection in the options at any time. This does not affect the story in any way. Last Defense Academy, enjoy the best of what the game's combat system has to offer. Recommended for first-time players. Or safety. Allows you to focus on the story. Party members' HP and status effects will be regularly fully restored during battle. I've played tactics games. I've played Fire Emblem, I play Pokémon Conquest. And I play XCOM. I'm more than happy. Well, I ain't no wimp. I'm more than happy to play it as intended. Your save data from the demo can be carried over to the full game. A decent thing to have. Probably not what I'll end up doing once I get the game, and there's no guarantee I'm going to be getting it immediately on launch. Admittedly, this is probably going to be the closest I'll get to for a while in terms of actually streaming something relatively soon after the release date. But hey, that's what sort of happens. That is a wonderful sight, is it not? Nothing wrong there. Crimson blood, not pink. Does it mean? I mean, it could
Nothing
be.
Ever happens to me.
It could be stale blood. I remember that classroom.
Each day is just like the day before and the day before that.
That's at least running smoother.
I live my life in the same town with the same people.
Is that a dome?
Watching the same commonplace events play out day after day.
How very dystopian. Yep, dome with lights.
Just a mundane, average life. Nothing more, nothing less.
How very Raincoat. No, I haven't played it.
Yep, same old, same old.
It's actually fairly.
This is how it's always been, and probably how it always will be.
That's actually fairly Fahrenheit 405. Sorry, 451, isn't it? With the announcements.
Coming.
Jeez, that used to be a decent wake up time. Now I'm looking at about 10.
It's about time. Your father already left for work.
Morning, Sleepyhead.
Don't morning me. What are you doing helping yourself to breakfast? This isn't even your house.
Come on, it's not that big a deal.
She's right, Takumi.
Do
You
we
and
always
Kato
bring in
have known each
strays?
other so long, she's practically one of the family. I don't know why you don't just get married and make it official already.
Oh boy.
Sheesh, Mom! Don't encourage her!
Very motherly, though.
These eggs are delicious.
You sure are putting them away.
I can't help it. Your mom's such a great cook.
I don't know how
Thank
much
you,
of
dear. It's nice to know
that
somebody
lag
appreciates
is
me.
what I've got the graphic settings on, and how much of that is
So,
it
what about your mom?
being a bit more of a burden on the
Did she
system.
get home yesterday?
No, she's been too busy with her research lately.
Always a good sign.
Your mother's really something. Raising a daughter all on her own while juggling a full-time job can't be easy for her.
I guess so.
Well, it's not like I mind you coming over. Just call first, okay?
Sure.
Come by anytime you want.
Oh, that's
morning,
definitely
noon, or night.
Lagging.
We'll
Oh.
always be glad to see you here. To tell you the truth, I always wanted a daughter.
Well, I must be such a disappointment to you.
Sorry, I don't know what's going
Thank
on
you,
with
ma'am.
that.
And thank you, Tacky. You're the best.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm going to assume because I'm doing this on a laptop, that's what's...
Oh man, we got that big test coming up soon. What a drag.
It's not running as well as it
What are you
should.
complaining about? I've never seen you take a test you didn't ace.
It's just a matter of studying hard enough. Mom likes it when I get good grades. Hey, we should do a study session. We'll ace the test together and make both our moms happy.
Academia is not really my forte.
Don't be so modest. You can do it if you try, Tacky. I guarantee it.
At least gives me a good indication as to whether or not I should actually grab it on PC or not.
Well, maybe you're right.
If it's struggling
With
to run
enough
it
lucky
now.
guesses, I can fudge my way to a passing grade, no problem.
It's not exactly the positive outlook I was looking for. At this rate, we're gonna have a long way to go.
Each day is just like the day before and the day before that. I live my life in the same town with the same people, watching the same commonplace events play out day after day.
That voice double.
Mundane average life. Nothing more, nothing less.
There's definitely an effect on that voice.
This is an administrative announcement. All citizens report to your nearest shelter until further notice.
Another alert, huh? Feels like there's been more of them lately. Huh? Don't worry, it'll be all right.
Panic attack.
This happens all the time. You know it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I know. It's just... I don't like sirens. They always remind me of that time when my dad died.
That's storytelling exposition as opposed to character exposition.
Let's get you to a shelter. The closest one is...
It's information.
Right over there.
Information for the audience to know as opposed to the characters, because they should already know that. So it stands out slightly. At the very least in that sort of delivery.
Watch your step.
Okay.
Immediately slips. Someone's going down that staircase.
What do you know? Looks like we've got the whole place to ourselves.
Lucky us. How could this have happened?
The security alerts are just another part of our daily lives. When you hear the alarm, you go to a shelter until the danger passes.
Oh, really?
What exactly that danger is, none of us know for sure.
Mm.
Nobody remembers a time before these alerts, or why they started in the first place. As a society, we've accepted that this is the way it is, and let them become something normal. Mundane, even.
How long have you been under the dome?
We'll be okay. Nothing bad is gonna happen. Nothing ever does.
I know that, but... Say the thing.
Really? Again?
Blush.
Please, for me.
Whatever happens, I'll protect Chikarawa, no matter what.
Promise?
Oh, she certainly got it bad.
You're squeezing me really tight.
Good delivery. That might be slightly more embarrassment than anything else.
This is an administrative announcement.
Considering she was just holding his arm.
It is now safe to continue your day as normal. Please exit the shelters in a calm and orderly manner.
Headbutts outdoor.
I told you it'd be alright.
Right.
See? Everything's just the same as always. Come on, we'll be late for school.
Yeah. We should hurry.
Up you get.
Dog! Bok. Oh, there we go. Went downstairs.
Taki, you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's a relief.
Did we break his
What are you
smolder?
doing here, little guy? You lost? Hey! Where are you going?
Don't run off on your own!
Would be a good idea not to. Even if it's meant to be safe.
Oh, great. Where did she get to now?
When clearly not by the bone.
Hey! Kadua!
But who knows when that happens. Maybe that's 30 hours into the game. Ah yes. Go through that into a world on your smartphone. The cognitive world awaits you when you go through an alleyway. School! No!
I don't remember there being a school around here. Looks like the place is abandoned. Kadua! What is she thinking?
Well, Kawa seems to be making herself right at home. Basic info, hallways. You can use the left stick to move and hold circle to dash. Let's see, circle dash, camera, Twan squip. Okay. You can only voice parts within the same section. Or they don't let you do cutscenes. Lovely runner. Now. Is there anything else that pops up? Doesn't look like it. Go further in. D000. I'm aware there's supposed to be a huge amount of endings. There's speculated to be 100. Oh, Kawawa, where are you? No answer. What do I do now? Only we can continue, and we can search there. Upside. Nothing going that way. Nothing there, nothing there. I would imagine bathrooms. Exclamation point means snake. And nothing beyond. Okay. Abandoned school classroom.
Karua?
Dog. Does dog poo hoo 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 hoo?
It's you. What in the...
Stab it! It has a smoke grenade.
Takumi Samino, congratulations! You have been chosen!
Do you poo hoo hoo?
Huh? What is this thing? Some kind of weird toy? Or a robot, maybe? And
I'm
how
a
does it know
bear.
my name?
I've finally got you all to myself. That girl chasing me wasn't part of the plan at all. I hate it when people go off script. I guess I can't blame her, though. There's just something about me that's totally irresistible, wouldn't you say?
Off script, you say.
Such an attractive young lady, too. The two of you seemed awfully close.
You want to say that any more sleazily?
Just how much does that girl mean to you?
How much indeed?
Oh, don't be so bashful, fella. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Not at all.
In fact, it'll make
Hey,
things
what are
a
you-
lot easier. I'm gonna need you to shove this into your chest. Pointy end first, of course.
It's still moving.
What? Another alarm already.
This is an emergency announcement. The complex's danger level has been raised to red alert. All citizens report to your
You see? While you're here dilly-dallying, it's already begun.
It's begun? What has?
Everything. And nothing.
Why, the end of the peaceful, everyday life you have been living, of course.
Oh, that sounds perfectly. Except a what?
Yep, that's the face everyone makes at first. I never get tired of seeing it.
How many
Thought
times?
your life would go on like
Have
this
you done
forever,
this?
didn't you? It's okay. This is the way people are. But starting today, your life is about to change.
Personal space, sir.
Pack your bags, mister. You're going to war.
But what is it good for?
Where are you going? You forgot this! Come back! Come on!
Run.
What the hell was that just now? God, where have you been?
The alert just now. It was different from the normal one, right? What's going on?
It's okay, we're gonna be okay. Just be careful, I ran into this really weird thing back there. Ah!
I would suggest you run.
What was that?
Well, that's not good.
Oh, what is it now?
Maybe it wants to be friends. It wants to hug with its weird hands and hand eyes.
What the hell was that?
Okay,
What
yeah.
is going on here? Nothing ever happened to me. Each day was just like the day before and the day before that.
Well, he won't be in the next day. Nor her.
I lived my life in the same town, with the same people, watching the same commonplace events play out day after day. Now all that is changing. Everything I thought I knew is falling apart all around me.
Death in all shapes and sizes.
Why is this happening?
Fun for the whole family. The little ones can join in too.
What happened?
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Karua! I had to protect her. Had to protect Karua. I promised. I said I'd be there for her. No matter what. No. Get away from her!
You want to save that girl, right? right?
Where did you come from? Of course you do. You'd have to be downright heartless to stand by and watch your dear friends suffer at a time like this. Oh, it's just a shame there's nothing you can do about it the way you are now.
Oh.
And don't go thinking some hero is going to swoop in and save her for you either. Life is cruel. That's just the way it is. Those monsters are going to violate the poor girl in all kinds of nasty ways until she's begging for the sweet release of death. Didn't they shy away from the atrocities of despair? I guess. Which is an interesting line. But then, well, I mean, to be fair, we don't necessarily know how old they are. I don't think. But still. That doesn't make it much better if they are over 18. Then they'll probably tear her limbs off one by one while you sit here, helpless to do anything to ease her suffering. Don't like it? Then there's only one thing to do. You have to save her yourself. Me? But how? Here. You left this behind. Huh? No time like the present. Think of this as an impromptu entrance exam. What? What am I supposed to do? That dagger is imbued with a very special power. Something far beyond your understanding. Once you plunge it into your body, the power will flow into you, giving you everything you need to fight. Power? Fight? I don't. Not with that attitude, you don't. Just give it a try. Give it a try? You're telling me to stab myself in the chest? This is no time to dilly-dally. I gave one to this bloke called Dante, and he seemed perfectly fine with being impaled. Or shilly-shally for that matter. And don't even get me started on filly-fallying. I mean, come on, there's a devil in distress who needs saving. What are you waiting for? An invitation? You're running out of time, you know.
If you don't do something soon, your pretty little friend is done for.
Slightly more posh than the voice I was going for. Well, not posh. Educated, I believe the term is.
You're the only one who can save her.
Why can't you? You has the blade.
You can do it. No, you have to do it.
But do I? Koa. So, what's it gonna be? Will you join the fight?
Yeah.
Hardly makes a difference to me if one teenage girl dies a horrible death. What happens next is all up to you. It's up to me? Decide your destiny. You can do it, co-op, death. What happens next is up to you. Right, the weird monsters. Does this say... I wonder if not doing anything would take you towards a certain ending. We can always come back and check. I ain't shying away from this fight. Fight them! It's your future.
Damn it. This had better work.
Voice lines. I don't know what I was thinking. To be honest, I was acting more out of desperation than anything. I picked up the dagger and removed it from its sheath to get a proper look at it. It's no longer moving. The blade was dark red. So dark it was almost black. Looking at it, It was like gazing at a pool of blood. The sight of it filled me with dread.
Here goes nothing!
I took the dagger in both hands, gritted my teeth against the incoming pain, and thrust the blade into my chest. By the power of Sparta! Sparta. Blood tornado. Tasteful censorship, that. Blood. Sailor Moon blood transformation. Magical blood transformation, I guess. Well, that's not at all painful. I don't think your heart's supposed to speed up like that. Quite that quickly. Blood tornado. Glowing with the heart. And there is eyeshadow. Or the power of whatever this thing is.
What the? Feels good to have all that power coursing through you, doesn't it? We call this hemo-anima.
Blood animal, blood monster.
Anima?
Blood creature?
But never mind what it's called. Just use it. Kill those things. Eliminate the threat to your town, your home, to those you hold dear.
Anima, probably blood animal or blood creature, I would think. Maybe not the best thing to be sticking inside us. I'm sure it won't have any consequences whatsoever. This is clearly a trustworthy guy. Annihilate all enemies. Takumi Sumino dies. How to protect Kawawa Akihashi. The basics. You can choose to act by placing your cursor on a character and pressing X. Takumi Sumino. 14 health. Voltage 1. I'm sure we'll find out what that does. 2 AP. I'm going to assume that's action points. 2 waves. Conditions, none. Passive skill, special redo, allows use of retry, and wave reset. Might as well check the menu while here. Kashmir, not Akihashi. Where do I get Akihashi from? Redo, wave, and retry would be a special skill, I'm assuming. It's in the hilt. Okay, well, I'm sure we'll come to all of that stuff. See if we can. That should be fine. Ah, bugger. Well, whatever.
Let's do this!
Taking action. When you select act, the skills list will open. Try selecting / first. To attack, 5 move, attacking on a long horizontal line. Armor 3, status effects, also heals fatigue. Move to a specified location. Okay. It's interesting, so you select the action and then do it. I'm going to assume, so that 5 and 8 I'm going to assume is also Kawawa's HP, which would mean we're probably protecting stuff as further along, and that'll be the marker all the time for that sort of thing. Skills. Green spaces are areas you can move to, and red spaces are areas where you can attack. After selecting a skill, you'll be able to move and attack simultaneously by selecting a red space. The yellow spaces represent the / attack range. Place your cursor on the exclamation mark to attack 5 enemies at once. There. Take out everything. Cohesion, 5 out of 8. mean, the fact that she's got 8 might imply that we get... Well, she might keep showing up then. Who knows? Attack. Bam. AP and fatigue. When you use a skill, you consume AP, shown in the upper left part of the screen. You can take as many actions as you want per turn, until your AP reaches 0. AP is fully restored each turn, and can even be gained by defeating specific enemies. Characters that have taken an action will become inflicted with fatigue, preventing them from moving more than a single space. I see.
Here we go.
But you can still do stuff, you're just very limited in your movement. Voltage went up by 10%, so it goes up 5% with this one. OP bonus +1, AP +1 when defeating an enemy, so bigger enemies give you more. Okay. You have 0 AP, and your turn? Indeed. There may be other stuff you can do that might choose up AP. Ouch. Enemies will continuously approach on the battlefield. Small enemies with high move stats can quickly breach your defenses, so be sure to prioritize taking them out first. That would make sense to do.
Say when.
Like the action. Okay, it automatically turns you, doesn't it? If you put it into position. You can end your turn by pressing that or that and selecting end turn from the menu. Any remaining AP will be carried over to the next turn. If you're unable to reach any enemies with your attacks in one turn, use the opportunity to build up your AP and try again the next turn. Fair enough. Okay, we can rotate camera. Yeah. End your turn. Yeah, I'm sure it'll want me to do that anyway. Curiosity. Okay, standard attacks too. It
Let's
can't
do
anything
this.
else. That's what I wanted to try, just to see if it would do that as well. Okay, good. Bam. Voltage 100. New enemy wave. Voltage will accumulate as you fight enemies. When it reaches 100% or more, you will be able to use a special attack. Special attacks are powerful moves that allow you to strike without spending AP. Instead, the character will be inflicted with stun, preventing them from taking any action until the end of the following turn. Try placing your cursor on the character and pressing R1 to use a special attack. So I wonder... Okay, see, that looks like you get 3 shots of build up. So I wonder if that then means what you can do is you can do an attack, like spend AP to do an attack and then do a special attack on top.
My turn.
Crimson Assault. 6 attack, 5 move. Consume voltage to activate special attack and inflict stun on user. Destroy.
Gotcha.
Nice. Nice freeze frame that.
Woo! I knew you could do it. Nobody can spot fighting potential like I can. Whoa!
Karuha, are you okay?
Tacky!
You're safe now. Everything's gonna be
Still alive.
What are you wearing?
It's a long story. I'm not sure I even understand myself.
I knew you'd protect me. I knew you'd keep your promise.
Incoming death? Or does she get kept alive as motivation?
How touching. A knight in shining armor, charging in to rescue his princess from danger.
Tacky,
All right, whatever you are. I want answers. Just what is going on here?
Congrats again, Takumi Sumino. You passed the test, and you did it with flying colors.
That doesn't answer
You're
many
now
questions.
an official member of my illustrious academy.
Academy?
I
Transfer.
hereby, formally and majestically
Transfer.
authorize your immediate transfer. Congratulations! Hooray!
Where were you pulling those from?
Hooray! Woohoo! Yeah! See you on the other side!
Oh, that's not ominous at all. How very psychedelic. Will we ever get this crimson ichor out of our clothes? It's a pain in the ass to clean up. That was quite a nice visual scene. But where do those fireworks come from? Day one. Sleepy. Oh, well, that's a good sign.
Where am I?
Prepare to be stabbed. I came to with my head resting on a hard wooden desk. My head still felt fuzzy as I tried to make sense of my surroundings.
A classroom?
Did I fall asleep at my desk? Is this my desk? How did I even get here? I don't remember a thing.
What happened to me?
That is a good sign. Not at all ominous. Nor is the music. Looking around the classroom only brought more questions. Well, that is a slight change. At least we wake up with people. Several others of my own age were also here. Each of them slumped over a desk, like I'd been a moment ago. Are you sure the big guy's the same age? Or around your age? Well, hey, what gives? Where am I? Who are you guys? How did I get here? I'd never met any of them before. Judging from the uneasy glances they were all throwing around, nobody else seemed to know each other either. Well, the two in the red have similar outfits, similar clothing designs, certainly the same colour, from the same area. Maybe siblings? Just what is this place anyway? Some kind of messed up classroom? Then, is this a school? It doesn't seem like any school I've ever been to. I don't recognize it either. So, can anyone tell me what's going on here? No one made any move to answer. We all just stood there in an uncomfortable silence. We were all in the same boat. None of us had any idea how or why we'd been brought to this strange place. Oh, you guys. Actually, I should do that slightly differently. You guys know what this means, right? I mean, a situation like this, there's only one possible explanation. Huh? You know why we're here? Elementary, my dear Clarissa. Stick with me and I'll explain it all. Is that a resident poo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo? Your laugh is way creepy, and my name's not Clarissa. I think I'm gonna take a look outside. The boy who'd spoken went to a door and tried to pull it open, but... Well, a very good sign. Okay, so the door won't open. I'm not scared of anything, just so you guys know. What the fuck, man? On the other side of the classroom, someone else was trying to tear the shutters off the windows, without success. Also a good sign. But they aren't fastened by any comically large nuts and bolts, so who knows? Open, damn it, I'm not screwing around here. It appears we're locked in. Obviously someone didn't want us leaving on our own. Locked in? You mean... We've been kidnapped? No freaking way. I don't understand it either. Why would anyone want to shut us all up inside a school? This whole day's just been one big mess. What the? That's right. I do remember something. Last thing I remember, I was fighting some kind of weird monsters. There was a bright light, and then I was here. Huh? Same here. I was all swing, 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 and the monsters were all I'm dead. Huh? For real? You guys had to fight those things too? From the sound of it, we all did. Then, all that really happened? I thought I'd just drifted off into some immature fantasy. All of us had the same experience. Then let me just confirm something. Did you also speak to that adorable mascot creature? Adorable mascot? Does she mean that thing? I don't know if I'd describe him that way, but I talked to some kind of mascot, yeah. Then are you saying the one who brought us all here? I can only imagine that charming yet devious little creature is the one behind it. That thing shut us up in here? I don't get it. Just what does he want us to do anyway? Isn't it obvious? A group of students waking up in a weird school with no way out. A shadowy mastermind hiding behind a cute mascot character. You gonna say killing game? It's a killing game! We're gonna be forced to murder each other in increasingly elaborate and ingenious ways. Considering this is a game that has defense in the title, I somewhat doubt that. Killing game? No way, I'm not doing this. I refuse to murder anyone, no matter what this mastermind says. Dude, you're totally gonna be the first victim. Saying stuff like that is gonna trip all kinds of flags. Well, either he'll die first and prove you right, or you're gonna be the one who dies first. Because you're the one with all the knowledge. Shut up! Shut up! You're gonna jinx it! That's when it happened. Bing bong. Dun 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 dun. Huh? What is it now? It's time to get to know your new teammates. Let's all introduce ourselves. Introduce ourselves? What does it mean by teammates? I guess whoever's in charge wants us to get to know each other. This is so not the time for that. Someone help me break down this door. We gotta get out of here. Oh, just try it. We've already got bombs implanted in us that'll explode if we try to damage school property. I think I'm kind of getting her voice all over the place, but it should be somewhat manic. At the very least, judging by her look. Oh, man, that sounds like something that might actually happen. At any rate, I don't need to hear your life stories to know how incompetent you all are. Who are you calling incompetent? I ain't gonna let that slide. What, you think I won't hit you just 'cause you're a girl? Well, you're right about that. I don't hit girls, or kids, or old people. It's an ironclad rule with me. Good on you, Mondo. You answered your own question without any prompting from me. You're even more insecure than I thought. You wanna die, bitch? I don't hit girls or kids or old people, but I'll fucking kill you. And I'll do it without even hitting you. Everyone, please. Perhaps we should do as the blackboard says. At least until we know more about the situation. It can't hurt to just exchange names and some basic information. Right? Oh, I agree. Trying to resist a kidnapper tends to end badly for the victims. You have experience with that? Looks like we're doing introductions now. Like this is the first day of school or something. Well, we are in a classroom. I'll just talk to everyone one at a time and see how it goes. Basic info, classrooms. When in a room, you can move the on-screen cursor with the left stick and investigate people and places with X. Investigating places with an exclamation mark will progress the story. A story guide will show in the right-hand side of the screen, so give it a look if you're feeling lost. You can also double-check which places you can investigate by pressing square. Make sure to proactively check out any places that seem interesting. Okay, it stays there, you don't just hold it down. Story guide, talk to everyone. That would be important, but let us check the other places first. No prompting for the shutters, interesting, 99. Siegfried balloons. What does this number indicate? I would imagine days remaining if we're supposed to be here for 100. Monitor. There's someone I should talk to first. Well, bugger me then. Blackboard. Not a blackboard, but a monitor. This is pretty impressive. Nothing else there. Okay, let's start with the big guy.
Sup? Name's Takamaru Yakushiji.
Okay, I went a bit too growly with him. Takamaru Yakushiji. Ah, good.
I'll warn you right now. If you see me getting mad, just keep your distance.
But what if you throw something?
Once somebody sets me off, I punch first and ask questions later. Can't help myself.
How far can you throw a punch? Well, talk about anger issues.
So hey, you fought those monsters, right? That mean you transformed too?
In a manner of speaking.
Transformed? Yeah, I guess you could call it that. It just kind of happened in the heat of the moment.
I know, right? How freaking cool was that?
Huh?
I felt like some kind of hero out of a kid's TV show. Getting to go wild with all that power was such a rush.
Okay, maybe not too much gravelly for him. Honestly, I found that whole battle pretty traumatic. Going on a power trip was the last thing on my mind.
I gotta wonder how the rest of the TRC's doing, though. Those freaks really went to town on the place.
Stabby, stabby, stab, stab, stab.
Yeah. They weren't shy about attacking people either.
Because all I thought they were going to do was attack buildings in the dome.
For all we know, there could still be survivors trapped in wrecked buildings or under rubble and shit. Maybe there's little kids lost and scared without their parents. Or old folks who can't get around like they used to.
Okay, so you're a mix of Mondo and Kanji. Kanji Tatsumi. Big old toughy on the outside, proactive and soft on the inside. For the most part.
We don't got time to dick around here. Someone needs to get those poor bastards to safety.
Question. How do you feel about a sauna? How about that? He's actually a nice guy. I think.
Clock's ticking on the lost and injured while we just sit here with our fingers up our asses?
That sounds quite painful. Maybe you'll relax into it.
We ought to be out there helping out and putting the town back together.
You got the right frame of mind at least.
This is really starting to piss me off. Ah! Here comes the rage!
Run! Flee!
Hey, Hey, what are you?
Save yourself!
Back off, man! I warned you about this already. Get away from me!
I wanna run!
I ain't gonna rest easy until I hit someone, and I don't want it to be you!
Can't you just hit the desk? Mind you, if there was a bomb.
Okay, I'm going.
Can you hit the shutter? In the end, I still can't tell if he's misunderstood or just a regular hoodlum. Hey, I told you to back off. I don't want to lose control and hit you. Just get away from me, okay? Okie dokie. You, sir, tiny man.
Is it alright for me to introduce myself too?
Okay, slightly more nasally.
Getting to know anything about a depressing loser like me will probably only make you feel bad, but if everyone's doing it...
Calm down, Mickey Mouse. You'll be fine.
It's fine. Go ahead.
Thank you for being so nice to me. Here it goes. My name is... what was it again?
Amnesiac or extenuating circumstances. Could be shock.
It's been so long since anybody bothered to call me by it. Even I'm struggling to remember.
Well, shock correlates to trauma. He seems traumatized. Not recently.
Oh, right. It's Shoma. Shoma Genzaki.
Nice to meet you. Should I shake your hand or the balls of your hat? Just what kind of life do you have to live to start forgetting your own name? Not a good one. Or a life where people call you by something different.
I'm sorry. My name's making you feel bad, isn't it?
But considering everything else he said, a bad life.
Huh? Why would it do that?
It's too big of a disconnect. A lowly worm like me's got no business having a name this cool.
Okay, I wonder what the meaning is behind the name then. He thinks that name's cool?
My name's the only cool thing about me, though. The rest is just one big pile of shortcomings and insecurities.
It seems like quite a big job for such a small man.
It's a stretch to even call me a person.
Okay, calm down.
I'm more like a parasite. Minus the ambition.
Well, he knows how to play up parasites.
I think you're being a little harsh on yourself.
Tell you what, you have a way with words. That's a good thing.
That was actually a pretty generous description.
Oh.
But don't worry, I've got no illusions about how worthless I am.
Are you sure?
I don't get good grades. I can't play sports to save my life, and I don't have any skills or interests that set me apart from the crowd either.
The mushroom returns. All the more depressing.
My only friend is my pet dog. He's the only one who ever talks to me.
But you have a pet dog. And he seems to like you enough to stick around with you. Unless you've been caging him up. Technically, I don't think dogs really talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. You must be bored out of your mind talking to me.
Just concerned.
You haven't spat on me even once, and I repay you by wasting your precious time.
You're not related to Toko by any chance, are you?
Please, don't feel obliged to ruin your day by talking to me any more than you already have. I'll do my best to keep out of sight so I don't bring down the mood for everyone else.
As harsh as this will sound, at the very least, wait until people say something before you do that. I've never met anyone with such low self-esteem before. This guy makes houseplants look assertive. Jesus. Don't feel obliged to ruin your day by talking to me any more than you already have. I'll do my best to keep out of sight so I don't bring down the mood for anyone else. Oh boy. Yusa.
Kidnapping us and locking